Akinwande Oluwole Soyinka, pronounced Soyinka, born 13 July 1934, is a Nigerian playwright and poet. He was awarded the 1986 Nobel Prize in Literature, the first African to be honored. Professor Wole Soyinka is a descendant of a Remo family of Isara Remo. Soyinka was born the second of 6 children in the city of Abeokuta, Ogun State in Nigeria. At that time, a British dominion. His father, Samuel Ayodele Soyinka, whom he called S.A., was an Anglican minister and the headmaster of St. Peter's School, Abeokuta. Soyinka's mother, Grace Eniola Soyinka, whom he dubbed a wild Christian, owned a shop in a nearby market. She was a political activist with the women's movement in the local community. She was also Anglican. As much of the community followed indigenous Yoruba religious tradition, Soyinka grew up in an atmosphere of religious syncretism, with influences from both cultures. While he was raised in a religious family, attending church services and singing in the choir from an early age, Soyinka himself became an atheist. In 1940, after attending the St. Peter's Primary School in Abeokuta, Soyinka went to Abeokuta Grammar School, where he won several prizes for literary composition. In 1946, he was accepted by Government College in Ibadan, at that time one of Nigeria's elite secondary schools. After finishing his course at Government College in 1952, he began studies at University College, Ibadan, 1952-54. While at university, Soyinka and 6 others founded the Pirate Confraternity, an anti-corruption and justice-seeking student organization, the first confraternity in Nigeria. Later in 1954, Soyinka relocated to England, where he continued his studies in English literature under the supervision of his mentor Wilson Knight at the University of Leeds, 1954-57. He met numerous young gifted British writers. Before defending his BA, Soyinka began publishing and worked as an editor for the satirical magazine The Eagle. He wrote a column on academic life after criticizing his university peers. After graduating, he remained in Leeds with the intention of earning an MA. Soyinka intended to write new work, combining European theatrical traditions with those of his Yoruba cultural heritage. His first major play, The Swamp Dwellers, 1958, was followed a year later by The Lion and the Jewel, a comedy that attracted interest from several members of London's Royal Theatre. Encouraged, Soyinka moved to London, where he worked as a play reader for the Royal Court Theatre. During the same period, both of his plays were performed in Ibadan. They dealt with the uneasy relationship between progress and tradition in Nigeria. During the 6 years spent in England, he was a dramaturgist at the Royal Court Theatre in London, 1958-59. In 1960, he was awarded a Rockefeller Bursary and returned to Nigeria to study African drama. At the same time, he taught drama and literature at various universities in Ibadan, Lagos, and Ife, where since 1975 he has been professor of comparative literature in 1960. He founded the theatre group, the 1960 Masks, and in 1964, the Orisun Theatre Company, in which he has produced his own plays and taken part as actor. During the civil war in Nigeria, Soyinka appealed in an article for ceasefire. For this, he was arrested in 1967, accused of conspiring with the Biafran rebels, and was held as the political prisoner for 22 months until 1969. Soyinka has published about 20 works, drama, novels, and poetry. He writes in English, and his literary language is marked by great scope and richness of words. As dramatist, Soyinka has been influenced by, among others, the Irish writer J.M. Single, but links up with the traditional popular African theatre with his combination of dance, music, and action. He bases his writing on the mythology of his own tribe, the Yoruba, with Ogun, the god of iron and war, at the center. Only recently, on the 13th of July 2014, he turned 80. Long live Wole Soyinka. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Long live Africa.